Hello, lovely ladies. It's Tanya Rodriguez here, founder of the Balance Your Hormones, Banish Your Bulge method. Coming to you live with my pineapple on the top of my head this morning. Just getting the hair out the face, ready to work hard. So while Facebook is just alerting people that I am live, I just wanted to go ahead and remind everybody, you may have seen some announcements I've made, that backed by popular demand, my upcoming masterclass is, it's coming up next Tuesday actually. It's a free masterclass training on the 5 ways to finally lose weight without giving up cake or chocolate. And as a bonus for all attendees, I will be sharing my Overcoming Your Emotional Eating Guide, which has a lot of good information in there. I know a lot of you have mentioned that you struggle with emotional eating, especially when times get stressful or busy. So I hope to see you there. That's just a quick update. And I'll get started now. So today I'm going to be talking about one of the key steps to success that I feel many generic weight loss plans are actually missing. And it makes it really hard then to stick to this diet or cleanse or whatever it is that you're trying, and to actually achieve your goal because of this key component that's missing. And for those of you who don't know me, as I said, I'm Tanya Rodriguez. I trained at the Institute for Functional Nutrition, the Institute for Integrative Nutrition, and I'm currently training at the School of Applied Functional Medicine. And I work as a holistic health coach. So my main mission in life is to help women who are busy, on the go, really just rediscover their bodies, fit back into their skinny jeans, all the clothes they love to wear, and not have to do this by restricting themselves, calorie counting, feeling deprived, and struggling with immense cravings. So I would really love to know who I'm spending time with today. If anyone is here, just go ahead and let me know in the comments. I will just check here. There we go. If you're with me live, let me know where you're live from. If not, if you're catching this on the replay, I hope that this appeals to you and that this training or this live video will be of significance. So, for those who are live, if you do have any questions, please post them in the comments. I will go ahead and answer those as soon as I can. I'll try to intersperse the answers with what I'm saying. So if you've just joined, just a reminder that next week my masterclass is up and coming. It's on the 12th of October. It is all about the 5 ways to finally lose weight without giving up cake or chocolate. So let's talk now a little bit about the topic at hand today, and that is, as I said, that I find that generic diets can be very hard to stick to and very often don't give you the results that you're looking for. I want to explain this to you by way of telling you a story about a client I had recently who was struggling with yo-yo dieting for pretty much all of her life. When Maria and I first met, I remember her telling me just how frustrated and fed up she felt, that absolutely nothing seemed to be working for her. She wanted to lose her last 10 kilograms, but she seemed to reach a plateau and just could not budge those last few kilos. She felt like she had tried absolutely everything on the market, all the various diets, keto, vegan, low fat, all the various things, but really nothing seemed to be making a difference. And I remember at one point, in a moment of pure vulnerability, that she eventually admitted that there would always come a point when she was on a diet, no matter which diet it was, that she would get to a point where she would start off super motivated, but then would inevitably fall off track. So something would happen in her life. She would have a particularly hard or busy week at work, or an event would come up like a wedding or a birthday, or for whatever reason, she just kind of fell off the wagon and got completely sidetracked from her goal of losing her last 10 kilos. And what she would start to do instead then is eat emotionally to make herself feel better. And so if she was at the party, she would just indulge in treat after treat after treat and not really think about what she was putting in her mouth at that time. She would just kind of be shoveling it in. And even though she knew that this wasn't part of her eating plan that she was on at that time, and even though she really was clear when she started the plan that she didn't want to sabotage her efforts again, somehow in that moment, she just found that she couldn't control that kind of craving to just binge. And so she realized that there was a pattern that she had in this continuous cycle that she was repeating over and over and over again. And this is what kept her stuck in that yo-yo dieting cycle. And quite frankly, she also felt like she was stuck in this kind of shame, guilt, misery cycle. So she would binge, feel really guilty and ashamed of herself for it, and then maybe binge some more because she wanted to drown out those negative feelings. So if this sounds like anything you can relate to, let me know in the comments. I'd love to know if you're struggling with something similar. It's a very difficult time when you're on that path and you're trying to self-motivate and stay on track. Anyway, it's a big part of the reason why I decided to put together my masterclass, which is, as I said, the 5 ways to finally lose weight without giving up the cake or the chocolate. I'm hosting that next Tuesday, the 12th of October at 2 p.m. That's Dubai time, which is 12 p.m. lunchtime, noon in Europe, and 11 a.m. in the UK. So depending on where you are, hopefully that's a range of time zones that you can work with. And in particular, I wanted to share with all attendees of that training my Overcome Your Emotional Eating Guide, because I think it's really important that people understand what emotional eating is, number one, why it happens, and how to combat it. So as a bonus, I'll be including that as part of the masterclass training. So I totally get it. It's a really raw and scary and vulnerable position to be in when you're starting a new plan, a new weight loss journey. You really want to prove to the world, mostly to yourself, that you can succeed because you've tried all the things before. And every time you decide to start your new plan, you're ready to go. You're all in, you're super motivated. But very often, I find that many of the clients I work with report that at some point the doubt starts to trickle in. So they start to think, can I really stick to this? It seems like a lot of work and time and effort, it's all time I don't have. Do I really want this? Where do I even begin, right? It seems like a lot to take on when you're already so frustrated and maybe you're not feeling as energetic as you would like to be feeling. So in Maria's case, she had very similar hesitations when we met. She knew that she needed to do something to lose the weight because she was uncomfortable. It was affecting her relationship with her husband because her self-confidence was so low. Her clothes weren't fitting her. And it really did make her think twice, this kind of self-doubt about whether or not she wanted to enroll in the Balance Your Hormones, Banish Your Bulge method program at all. She wasn't sure that she wanted to spend extra money on another program that may or may not work, that she may fail on again. And I really could relate to this fear that she had because I was there not so long ago myself. I've spent money on all sorts of fads and trends and diets, you name it, I've done it. Many of those, actually, in fact, all of those didn't work for me either. And so while I may have managed to lose a few kilos in the beginning, there would be a time where I would reach a plateau and then it would all just come back and then some. So it wasn't sustainable for me. And I'm guessing I'm not alone. I'm guessing that many of you have experienced similar things, that you've tried and tried and tried in the past, but keeping the weight off. So losing it is one thing, but being able to keep it off either gets harder than it used to be, or it's just near impossible all the time. So I wanted to reveal sort of one key success component, which I feel is the thing that really helped me and that helps my clients in the Balance Your Hormones, Banish Your Bulge method get on track and stay on track with their weight loss, and that I feel is lacking with generic diets that you find online. And that one key ingredient is basically a positive support system that holds you accountable, right? If you think about any goal that we set ourselves, let's just think about a work-related goal, for example. When you have a deadline and you have a boss who's chasing you for your document or whatever it is you're putting together, you know, these are accountability check-ins, basically. You know that you have to do a certain task by a certain time, and someone is going to be checking in on you, and you get the work done. And so it's a very similar thing when we're looking after our own health. Your environment is everything. So if your friends and your family aren't willing or able to support you through this next chapter, then it's really time to think about consider getting outside support. And what I mean is someone or a group of people who have experienced something similar to you or are in the same boat as you at this time, and who really truly get what you're going through and how hard it can be to try to shift some excess weight, especially when you reach a certain time in your life as a woman, right? And so it's number one, why I formed the Healthy Hormones community on Facebook, because I really think it's important to have an expert or someone who's been there, someone who's studied this, to help you get the results that you want and that you deserve, and the support of a community of women just like yourself who are in your corner. And I really also feel that taking back your self-esteem and your control of your body and of your weight doesn't need to be as hard as it may seem right now. You know, there are so many resources and paths and different options available to you, but it doesn't need to feel like a mountain to climb. So really what I honestly, truly believe the number one action step that you can take to set yourself up for success is to build a solid support system around you and around your goals, so that you can have accountability that you need to make lasting changes. So that is what I do. That is my job as a holistic health coach, is to help women just like yourself set their goals, set them realistically and appropriately and achievably, and then help them really take the action steps towards achieving those. And it's why I want to personally invite you to my masterclass, because I want to help you break free of any limiting beliefs and fears or triggers that you may have, and maybe are subconscious, you don't even know that you have, but help you to truly create the life that you actually want instead. So in the free masterclass, there's no obligation, it's entirely free. I'm just sharing this information because I wish someone would have shared it with me in my time, in my journey. But what you'll discover is, first and foremost, how to quit yo-yo dieting for good, so that you can go out with your friends and your family for dinner and not have to obsess about food, what you're going to order, how to make the healthy choices, whether or not you're going to feel deprived. I want you to be able to get rid of that yo-yo dieting and actually finally lose the pounds that you're after losing. The second thing is you're going to discover a very simple way to fit back into your favorite clothes without having to calorie count or to exercise extremely 7 days a week, to sweat it all out. You don't have to do that. You're also going to discover the secret sauce to finally feeling confident and actually sexy, whether you're wearing clothes or not, so that your relationship can thrive, or maybe you're on the dating scene and you can feel confident enough to put yourself out there. And so There's all of this plus a whole lot more on the masterclass training. And I want to just let you know that there are limited spots, so be sure to secure your seat ASAP. Don't wait too long, because at some point the spots will be full. But remember, it's called the 5 Ways to Finally Lose Weight Without Giving Up Cake or Chocolate. It's on October 12th at 2 p.m. Dubai time, which is 12 p.m. In Europe and 11 a.m. in the UK. Again, on it, I will share exclusively for attendees of the masterclass my Overcoming Emotional Eating Guide, which will really help you stop that sort of binge eating cycle as a result of stress or other emotions. And if you have any questions, if you feel like you want a bit more information about it, feel free to tag me and to ask your questions just here in this post. So I look forward to seeing you there. We're going to be sharing a lot of good information and interacting and asking questions and answering. So don't forget to register. The link is in the description of this post, and I shall see you there. If you're watching on Instagram, the link will be in my bio. So click on the link in my bio and register for your place in the masterclass. Have an awesome day, everybody. Bye-bye.